core thing I do is with emailing, send something interesting. So if someone's looking up roofing. We have a lot of interesting things going on in the global trade world and tariffs. Just write articles about tariffs, one a day, to send at 6 a.m. That is something that affects every American that we are all receptive to. Now you're not talking about installing a roof. You just have an appointment at the very, very, very bottom of your educational up-to-date email, letting people know that, well, look at this. If you're ever interested in meeting with me because you'd like to discuss your options, you can, whenever you want, book an appointment. And your email is the newspaper. It is the first thing someone reads when they wake up. Now make the headline attractive so they open it, and don't make it a sale. That's stressful to read first thing in the morning when you have to spend money. But, this is just talking about, what is a custom database? What is solar? And I'm defining words. You see, just defining things. And ChatGPT does this great, just guide it a little bit. And then now there's a little plug right here. And this isn't even talking about paying me. This is just telling how you can make money selling data, just like we're talking about now. And my calendar has never been like this before. And I used to always think 5 years ago, when I was much more immature, that all the marketing guys were just full of shit trying to get me to spend money. And then I finally learned myself that they weren't wrong. Like, this is my end result. Bring on someone else to help close sales, because our only appointment guy that's doing it, he can't keep up, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and it's people try to overcomplicate these crazy formulas for email. Here's my theory. Cookieless tracking is very big now. Google likes to promote it because they like to say we don't track you anymore, but they really just found another way. I strongly believe that if you send emails and a certain group of people keep opening them, they increase the deliverability rate, because my emails, the first few emails have the lowest open rate, like probably 4 or 5%, 7%. But if we go all the way down, after time has gone on, this open rate starts increasing, 9%.
98% deliverability. Wow.
Yeah, and I really think it. Yeah, so see, the deliverability goes up because it starts weeding out the people that are bad, and which is fine. But now it weed everybody out. We had enough bounces, 2%, 1%, 2%, 2%, and it finally failed everyone out. And my click-through rate's 0.5%. My theory is, if someone that's similar to me is opening emails every day, and 2 years later they're still opening them, Google will let a cold email go through to someone similar to that. You follow what I'm saying there?
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my theory, not proven, but I do think that could possibly be it, because what can explain this going up other than it weeding out people who don't care and it's delivering to people who might care? I mean, my open rate isn't that good comparatively, but when I do opted in people, it's about 35%.
How is the phone connection rate? What do you know the numbers people are seeing on their dialer? Is it pretty high connect with all cell phones?
I do it as a barometer, right? These databases, I believe, have the highest connection rate. Only saying that because I actually built them. These databases, there's multiple phone numbers, and I'm still skip tracing them to get to the best one. Like, I'm reverse looking it up I'm working backward. I don't trust what anything says, so I'm figuring it out myself. So this is the new phone number column that I'm doing myself of skip trace, that I'm basically, okay, I found this number in 3 different places. It shows it's up to date. And it's a verification of the mobile phone. So the mobile phone we got first, and then the skip trace wireless we got second. I have mixed reviews on these. I have some people that do very well, and then there's some people that don't at all, and then there's some people that stick with it, and they're like, oh wow, I got a few appointments. Like Tim, as an instance, stuff wasn't working, and then he was only giving it a go for 2 or 3 weeks, and he finally figured out the better strategy. I mean, it took me 5 years to figure out my strategy, and every day I evaluate how this is working so I can all right, this had 15% open rate. Why did it? And technically this had a higher click-through rate, being less people opened it, but the same amount of people clicked it. So, I mean, I would just start observing, why is this the case, to keep making better decisions.
Is there a way to filter in high level to export the list of the click-through, anyone who clicked?
They do not make that easy in the slightest bit.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but
I think, actually, let's see, view detail. Oh, right here, view details, export. There you go. You have to do it per email though.
You can only do it for email, you said?
I think you can only do it per email, like one email each. I don't think there's a bulk way you can do it yet.
Well, yeah. So I'm wondering, I mean, what you could do in one of my RAG systems, you could literally feed all the ones that were over a 13 or 14% click rate, all of your email campaigns, and then create more targeted campaigns based on the right, the way that those emails were written in.
It doesn't let you export. That's so stupid. Look at this. It doesn't let you export the big batch of them. That's so stupid. Why?
That is stupid. Yeah, because you could train your email generator so well over. Man,
really, what it comes down to is data transfer. Because the
Yeah.
data transfer is coming through there, they would have to consolidate all the email opens into one report and push that data here. And that's really the real problems we try to solve is how do you
All
make
right, everybody. We are at the top of the hour. I know we could do this all day because we love this stuff. And that's frankly why we show up and why we can keep on building. So I appreciate everybody participating. Definitely all the questions are always super helpful. I look forward to